Hello everybody, my name is Orla O'Reilly and I'm a mindfulness facilitator and I'm based in Portlaoise. So I would give mindfulness workshops in the workplaces. I've been to hospitals and libraries, and I'm lucky enough to also have been with yourselves in Portlaoise Midlands Park Hotel, and I felt honoured and grateful to be asked to do a small little practice with you here today. So big shout out to the staff at Riverside Park Hotel and to Midlands Park Hotel. And I hope that this practice helps us in a way, because at the moment there's a lot of uncertainty going around, isn't there? I don't know if you're like me, but it's almost like, at this stage now when you're coming to the end of a sort of a non-lockdown, as they call it, but we're kind of waiting for announcements, and there's a lot of speculation and the mind is all over the shop. Will this be lifted? Will this not be lifted? And yeah, we're full of worry, anxiety. Some of us may be alone and we're feeling lonely. There's single parents out there. There's people in not so healthy relationships. And there's also people that are quite well out there. But we just need to acknowledge, I suppose, that we're all in it together, and maybe just create a little space for yourself like this throughout the day, or maybe once a day, wherever you can. It doesn't have to be anything special. Sometimes my go-to place is the car, because I'm here at the moment. I'm supposed to be a super mum, homeschooling my children, walking my dogs, getting fitter than I've ever been in my whole life. I'm getting thinner than I've ever been, doing loads of baking, and I'm just an amazing person altogether. And even talking about that is actually stressing me out. So you know what? I'm here, I'm alive, I'm breathing. Isn't that enough for now? So when those thoughts come into my head, I acknowledge them, but I try to come back to myself as best I can. And we'll just take a moment now. So we're going to start a practice together, and if you need to pause this, please pause it now and go to a place where you most likely won't be disturbed for 5 minutes. And if that's possible for you, if not, just taking your seat here or lying down if you're able to lie down, and really dropping into your body now. So allowing the head, the thoughts to be there, but to remember that we also have a body underneath here. And how do we know we have a body? So I'm going to ask you to close the eyes down as an invitation now, or gently keep them opened, gazing softly at a spot, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Just really sense into those feet on the floor. How do you need to wiggle those toes? I have 2 feet on the floor now. I have a bum on this seat, almost like this seat is supporting me right now. It's providing me with the support I need to sit here, to take this space of my body. And begin to notice the space to the right, space to the left, maybe the vast amount of spaciousness over the head. But you notice the hands on the lap now, if that's where they are, and you need to wiggle those fingers. And how are those shoulders? Can I ask you to take a deep breath in here, inhaling, moving the shoulders up to the ears. And as we exhale, we allow those shoulders to drop back down. So again, taking a nice big breath in, raising the shoulders to the ears. And as we exhale, allow those shoulders to soften and melt, if that's possible. And one more, inhale in. And allowing those shoulders to soften and melt. So really now taking your body and sensing your body in this space. And the mind will wander, remember, that's what the mind will always do. That's how we're programmed. And what's going on right now in the world isn't fake, it's real. So our body is and our mind is in this high alert phase a lot of the time. So dropping into the body like this, sensing the feet on the floor, wiggling the toes, can be really helpful, even if it's for a split second. And another one that's really helpful is to open out to sounds. So open out to listening to what's around you right now, inside this room, inside your body. Maybe outside of the room, outside of your house. So as best you can, seeing if it's possible to explore these sounds without getting attached to them or labeling or putting a story to them. Just notice ticking of the clock, birds singing, my voice. It's proven with scientific research that being with the body, connection to the ground, being with sounds is really useful for us when the body is in high stress. If it's okay now, I'm going to ask you to place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And we're going to begin to notice the breath going in and out of the body, maybe through the nose or the mouth. Can you sense the rising and the falling of the chest or the tummy area? And John Kabat-Zinn will say, while we're breathing, there's more right with us than wrong with us. While we're breathing, there is more right with us than wrong with us. If we're in a particularly high level of stress and the breath is difficult to tune into, just going back to the feet on the floor or the sounds. Trusting yourself now. This breath. This breath. The mind wanders. Acknowledge where it's been. Say hello. Hello thinking. Hello me wanting to get back to my children, my baking, my fitness regime. But you know what? Creating a space like this for yourself is most important. And I'm going to practice a breathing technique which I use myself a lot, and hopefully you might be able to use it yourselves. It's a 16-second breathing square almost. It's where we inhale for 4 seconds, we hold the breath for 4 seconds, we exhale for 4 seconds, and we hold the breath for another 4 seconds, or pause the breath. And as you're breathing out, if you could just practice, if it's possible, allowing the body to sink a little bit deeper into the chair you're on or the bed that you're on, allowing the jaw to drop, allowing any tension that's in your body just to fade away as best you can. So I'm going to ask you to breathe out now, and I'm going to talk you through the first minute, and then the second minute we're going to go it alone together. Alone but together. So we're going to exhale. Then we're going to breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale or inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to pause for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 4. And now we're going to do it again for the next minute together. And if you lose where you are, that's totally fine. You just come back to the feet on the floor, to the sounds if you don't want to be with the breath. Each time you breathe out, remember to see if it's possible to allow the jaw to drop, shoulders to drop, your body to be held, soft. Just get ready. In a moment I'm going to sound a bell, and when I sound a bell that will signal the end of the practice, and you can open the eyes if they've been closed. So taking a stretch if you need to stretch out. And I'd like to take an opportunity here to thank you all for tuning in today, and wishing you all well, and take care of yourselves as best you can. And I know you've been doing some activities. Jennifer has been sharing them with me. I've heard about the games nights, and in particularly the cocktail making one, which if you're doing that again, can I be included in? Thank you very much. So everybody, just remember that we're all human. We're not superhumans. We have good days, we've bad days, we've highs and we've lows, and that's all part of it. So practice looking after yourself, practice these mindful minutes, and if you have any questions, or if you have any issues that you would like some guidance on, if you want some particular meditations to do, I can guide you to that. So please do so, and keep well, keep safe, and stay home. Thank you so much.